The soft glow of her phone screen cut through the darkness of her car, casting shadows on Emily Thompson's weary face. Her hands shook as she typed the words, "I can't face this alone anymore. The baby's coming, and I'm terrified." She hit send without a second thought, then let the phone slip from her fingers. Rain hammered against the windshield as she drove through the quiet streets of New York, each wave of pain reminding her that time was running out. Emily was 29, alone and on the brink of motherhood. The man she'd trusted, David Reynolds, had vanished when she needed him most, leaving behind only echoes of what could have been. In her haze of fear, she hadn't realized she'd messaged the wrong David. Instead of her ex, the words had gone to David Hawthorne, the formidable CEO of Hawthorne Media, where she worked as a content editor. She'd saved his number after a team update email, never dreaming it would lead to this. David Hawthorne sat in his high-rise apartment, poring over financial projections when his phone vibrated. The 42-year-old leader glanced at the unknown number and the raw plea on the screen. He knew the name, Emily Thompson, a dedicated editor who'd impressed him with her keen insights during a brief meeting. They'd barely spoken beyond that, and he had no clue about her pregnancy. The message lingered in his mind, stirring something unfamiliar. As Emily arrived at the hospital, another contraction gripped her, forcing her to lean against the car for support. She gathered her bag and rushed inside, the storm soaking her through. The nurses quickly took her to labor and delivery, where the process moved swiftly. "Anyone we can call?" one asked kindly. Emily shook her head, her voice small. "No one close by." Her family was across the country, and friends were scattered. She felt the weight of isolation settle in. Back home, David couldn't ignore the words. As head of a thriving company, he kept boundaries firm, but this felt urgent. After pacing for a bit, he replied, "Are you okay? Need assistance?" Silence followed. Uneasy, he phoned his executive assistant, Clara. "Tell me about Emily Thompson in editing." Clara paused. "Talented, from a top firm. Quiet, but her work shines. She's expecting soon. I think the team's planning a gift." David shared the text. "Sounds like a mix-up, but I'm worried." Clara agreed. "Want me to check?" "No," he said, grabbing his coat. "Send nearby hospital lists. She might be there." In the delivery room, Emily pushed through hours of effort, and soon a tiny cry filled the air. "A healthy girl," the doctor said, laying the baby on her chest. Emily gazed at her daughter, whispering, "Welcome, Sophia Rose." Joy mixed with exhaustion as she held her close. David, now at the third hospital on his list, City General, approached the desk. "Looking for Emily Thompson. She's my employee. Got a concerning message about labor." The clerk checked. "Admitted earlier. Delivered a girl not long ago. Congrats." David clarified. "I'm not the father, but can I see her?" "Family only after hours," came the reply. Thinking quickly, he said, "I'm listed as contact." They let him through. Outside her room, David paused, questioning his impulse. A soft sob from inside drew him in. He knocked gently. "Yes?" Emily's voice called. She looked up, stunned, as he entered, hair tousled, eyes tired, baby asleep nearby. "Mr. Hawthorne? What? How—" He stood by the door. "Your text came to me. I think it was for someone else. When you didn't answer, I got concerned." Horror crossed her face. "Oh, no, I'm so sorry. It was meant for my ex." "Figured," he said softly. "You all right? Need me to call anyone?" She glanced away, tears welling. "No one's around tonight." Silence fell, broken by Sophia's stir. Emily reached for her, wincing. "Let me," David offered, carefully handing the baby over. His gentle touch surprised her. "She's lovely. Name?" "Sophia Rose Thompson." He nodded. "Emily, this is odd, but let me help. not as your boss, but as someone who knows no one should go through this solo." Emily stared, seeing a side of him she'd never imagined, the stern CEO, now compassionate. A nurse entered. "Dad's here. Need birth certificate details." Emily started to explain, but their eyes met, and in that quiet understanding, the moment passed without correction. The next morning, Emily woke to Sophia's breaths, doubting last night's visit was real. But fresh flowers and a plush bear sat on the sill, card reading, "Here if needed, DH," with his personal number. Embarrassment hit again. She'd texted her intimidating boss, known for sharp decisions and quiet authority. She'd admired his leadership from afar, especially after he praised her work in a group email. Her phone buzzed, parents texting their arrival soon. Relief washed over her. They'd help with the newness. She hadn't shared David's abandonment, saying things just ended. The truth stung too much. He'd called the pregnancy a mistake and left. A knock brought the doctor. "Morning, feeling okay?" "Tired, but happy." He checked her. "Blood pressure's up. Let's monitor one more day." Emily nodded, hiding cost worries. "Your partner was so attentive last night, asking about home care. Great to see." She didn't correct him, too weary. Trying to nurse Sophia, frustration built as the baby fussed. Tears came when another knock sounded. David entered, casual in slacks and a sweater, carrying a bag. "Brought breakfast, better than hospital food." Stunned, she wiped her face. "You didn't have to." He set it down. "Just oatmeal and fruit." Noticing her struggle, he didn't flinch. "My niece had similar issues. Sister found a better hold." Emily blinked. This wasn't the boss she knew. He called his sister briefly, then guided. "Try like this. Support her head gently." It worked. Sophia latched. "Thank you," she whispered. David smiled faintly. "Glad it helped." "David," she said hesitantly. "Call me David." "Why come? You could have just checked in." He paused. "Your words about being alone hit close. We all face times like that." His tone hinted at deeper stories. Before more, her parents arrived, bustling in. "Emily!" Her mom stopped at David. "Who's this?" "David Hawthorne, her colleague." Awkwardness lingered. "He brought food," Emily explained. Her dad shook hands. "Kind of you." David excused himself gracefully. "Family time, take full leave, job secure." As he left, Emily called, "Thank you." Her mom turned. "The nurse said your husband stayed late, and now your boss? Where's David, the father?" Emily sighed, explaining the mix-up, abandonment, Hawthorne's kindness. Her parents hugged her, anger at Reynolds muted by support. That evening, alone with Sophia, a text from David. "Need anything tomorrow? Sister suggests soft blankets." Emily smiled. "Parents here now, but thanks." Quick reply. "Offer stands, more than work courtesy." Comparing the two Davids, one who fled, one who showed up, Emily felt hope stir. For once, the future seemed brighter. 8 weeks later, Emily adjusted her outfit, nerves high for her return to Hawthorne Media. Parents gone, she left Sophia with trusted sitter Maria, a warm grandmotherly type. "Be strong," she told her reflection. Colleagues welcomed her with hugs and gifts. "Missed you. BB pics?" She shared Sophia's smiles. "Adorable," one said. "Father involved?" Emily shook her head. "We're good on our own." At her desk, work felt familiar yet distant. A text from Maria. "Sophia fussy with bottle." Panic rose. Then David appeared. "Welcome back, Miss Thompson." Formal again. "Eased your load. Focus on one project." "Thanks. Meet at 2 to discuss." By lunch, pumping in the quiet room, she texted Maria back. Sophia settled after coaxing. Tears came. How to balance? At 2, in his office, David stood by the window. "Emily, sit." She shared notes, but he noticed her eyes. "You've been upset." "It's nothing." "Doesn't seem so." The care broke her. Sophia resisted the bottle all morning. His face softened. "Tough, I know." He shared, "My sister struggled post-baby. Pretending normalcy wore her down." "What do you suggest?" Remote work 3 days, in for meetings only? Stunned. Possible? For you, yes. Value your skills. Why me? He paused long. Lost my wife and son in childbirth years ago. Held them as they went. Emily's heart ached. I'm so sorry. Few know. Your text couldn't ignore someone alone like that. Understanding dawned. His actions rooted in empathy. Thanks for sharing. I'd like the setup. Starts next week. Relief flooded her. As she rose, he added one more. Letter came. For you. From David Reynolds. Shock hit. What? Wants to meet his daughter. Discuss support. The room spun. After silence, now this? She read the note. Regrets, soul-searching, rights mentioned. Bitterly, now he cares? You decide, David said, but second chances aren't always deserved. Need time. You're not alone now. That night, rocking Sophia, Emily pondered. Hawthorne's support felt like a quiet grace, turning stranger to ally. Days later, at a park cafe, Emily faced Reynolds. She looks like you, she said, showing a photo. No baby present. He studied it. Beautiful. Emily, I'm sorry, I panicked. Why now? Family matters hit home. Brother's new baby. Realized my loss. But his letter's legal tone rang false. Rights? That's care? Her phone buzzed. Hawthorne, all good? She smiled. Important? Reynolds asked. Yes. She set terms. Legal agreement, visits, support, earn trust. He agreed uneasily. After, she texted Hawthorne. Done. Need a listening ear. He arrived soon, sitting across. She shared. His concern grew at Reynolds's hints. Sensible plan. Their eyes met. Emily, I know, she said. Hands touched, a spark of more. 7 months on, autumn painted New York warm. Emily prucked as Sophia played. Key turned. Hawthorne entered, face lighting at them. Hey, little one. He lifted her, kissing softly. Good day? Their bond grew steadily, friend to love, careful and true. Reynolds visited sporadically, then faded with a distant job. Hawthorne became family, his presence a steady light. Dinner ready? Almost. He set Sophia down, pulled a box. Thought of this today. Kneeling, ring shining. Emily, Sophia, will you make us official? Tears joyful, she nodded. Yes, to us. In his arms, Emily reflected on fate's gentle weave. A wrong text, a right heart, leading to this. Sometimes unexpected kindness opens doors to forever.